Benno get some kills there, but more importantly, give the Lifestealer a lane where he just cannot right-click heroes.
This is what we saw Topson do in T1
Nice
series. Yeah, and they scan out the movement entirely. He pushed the wave under the tower. They're going to look to position themselves really defensively.
Look at the aggressive Glyph. But Tumberman's in trouble. A Glyph to not help out. GPK, nice.
Almost everything right there on Liquid. Maybe just not able to pop that rage quite quickly enough. Didn't see if it was on cooldown or not, but yeah, that's a big win coming through from VP, especially giving it over to DM, like you were mentioning. Didn't have the greatest net worth in the laning phase.
Down actually top. Yeah, but Tumberman and Senyo hit back instantly. Yakota will get a trade.
Doesn't matter where DM makes the where GPK makes the rotation to. Top side now,
Bottom,
you might
they're going on Ramses.
Okay.
Gala Box is going to try and step in. They do a pretty decent job to break the static link. Not a whole lot of damage that Ramses been able to soak up. Looks like they're still trying to enter though. Yamich gets the avalanche. Will be okay. His Box is going to push Ramses away. Meanwhile, top lane though, DM brings down Matumba Man. Insania is able to keep back to hurt the game with the Lifestealer.
Oh, and look at this. They're talking about those power runes. He's level 6 on GPK, making the rotation up with his ultimate.
Oh, Psycho stealing the plasma into the tree throw from Yamich.
They're doing
Ramses
everything
might
so well.
be traced to the tree line. Avalanche going to be able
DM's
to...
about to hit onto level 6. So GPK, he wants to stay up top, but Mike, wisely enough, he's keeping that mid lane shoved in as much as possible.
Once again, to think about making a play top.
The question is, what can Mike do in the meantime? He's actually going to be the one to make the first move. He's got level 7, Rolling Thunder being popped. They want to take out DM.
They'll be able to do just that. Mike can bounce back off the tree. Insania will be able to keep his own life. Not enough damage coming out from the Soul Assumption.
He's getting run out a little bit. You've got the familiars available. Coda.
The Ancient Seal, yeah, might catch him off guard. Marthu's in trouble. Familiar Sunja the second. The damage is not enough. A really nice attempt from Virtus Pro. The Ancient Seal is always going to prove to be an issue here for the Lifesteal as the game continues on. His bottom lane. Ramses inside the cogs at the moment. Zai making sure he plays his distance, not trying to give it an easy static link target. Ramses now forced to try and move over to the Clockwork. A beautiful toss under the tower. Box is in trouble. They'll be able to secure the kill. Zai, first ultimate of the game, should bring down Ramses. A TP to base. I don't think he's going to take it out. Ramses pops the Fairy Fire. He's got the raindrop as well. Meanwhile, top lane, the action continues as Mike. Another
down one of these towers. That Blink Dagger timing, incredibly important for a support.
Ramses might be in trouble here with the jungle. They got 3 points of the glimpse. They're not going to get a whole lot of distance, but with all the heroes from Liquid nearby and they see Virtus Pro still playing...
Even the armlet on Matumba Man is going to come at a pretty similar timing. So in about 3 minutes or so, when it hits into that nighttime, expect Liquid to make their first move.
Yeah, and already Virtus Pro, this is their first move, but the level 6 is a big pick-off if they can find it. But Yamich is a little bit too far away. A lot of burst potential between the duo supports from Virtus Pro. They're going to be able to block off Insania. The backs up on the higher ground, puts the Disruptor in an awkward position. So at least...
We really don't want to be venturing too far into their jungle. The kill threat for Virtus Pro is way too high.
See what Liquid can do. Smoke is 3. Yamich has got some great positioning. Smoke's going to pop and they'll see the Tiny. Not the hero they want to bring down to start. And in fact, Virtus Pro want to take the team fight. They're going to toss Boxy into the middle. Taking a lot of damage at the moment for the Clockwork. They haven't secured the kill just yet, but the Soul Assumption finally enough to bring him down. In the end, a 1-for-1, but Liquid do commit multiple ultimates. But in the end, Mike will still be able to catch up as well.
From the bottom lane, went into mid, took the tower. Now suddenly the map is a little bit more open for Liquid to play with.
That's another power rune secured as well for Mike. Feels like he's gotten every single power rune, and they're going to look to use it instantly onto Yakota. And one big advantage that Radiant are playing with at the moment as a whole, again, look at Liquid, they're not done. Yamich looks to enter the lane. He's trying to get a little bit of farm to work towards the Blink Dagger. They see Ramses as well. Zai, if required, might have to drop the ultimate, but Mike, he's got his own Rolling Thunder to be able to catch back up. Near the high ground to bounce back and forth. It's not even required for the second stun as Liquid go from one kill to the next. They're building up quite the lead here.
They are indeed. DM still doing his best. They're going to see it on the way back. They'll be able to connect through onto DM. They realize he is the one creating the only tempo this game. Any TP's coming up. Nice scan. Being able to catch out perhaps anyone else that's sticking by.
Oh, no! Alright, I'll get the static storm down at least. A little bit awkward with a hook shot. But there's no way for DM to make it out, so he'll still end up going down nonetheless. even with a little bit of miscommunication.
We've got the diffusal blade. Now we can make
they've
our
got
move.
the Infest Bomb. They see Ramses. Ancient
Nice
Seal's going
silence.
to buy him some time. Matumbaman's going to continue to move on forward. They've got the vision for the glimpse to cancel the TP. And our Ramses, oh, he's going to be caught out. No escape for the Razor. The prize target once again for Liquid, as they're going to continue to slow down the... I think this is the second time I've seen Matu do this now. I think when we casted their previous series, might have been back in the group stages where he went for the Ag Shard very early on. So interesting to see kind of the development of Lifesteal's item builders. I guess the meta goes on. Yamich, they might dive him. Yeah, Zai with the backstab. This is a big thing, man. The fact that Virtus.pro are getting no kills on their duo support, like this is... Both Tiny and Sky really rely on getting these kills. You are high burst magic damage heroes, and if you can't blow the supports up, if you can't get towards the blink, it's really going to hinder VP's game.
Though.
Yeah, top lane. Boxy gets the hook shot, Mickey with the follow-up as well. Virtus.pro do have multiple members nearby as GPK just assassinates the backline, and DM, he's okay. Protected with the Wraith Pack, the damage mitigation is proving to be an issue for Liquid. Can they finally deal with it? Looks like that's going to be the case, but the Mystic Flare not enabling Virtus.pro to turn it around, so they need to cut their losses as GPK is going to dive out of the area. DM
For a lot of these engagements happening, particularly coming through from Zai as well as Mickey. So if he's able to back away from that and cause them to go on perhaps the Primal Beast instead, then that's really going to enable some of that damage to come out from VP.
So we already see the Observe Ward from Liquid being able to scout out Hikoda.
On the map, you know, VP were doing the best that they could to try and get the most that they could out of the map with their farm, but they didn't lose any towers. You know, even the tier 1 mid still standing. Tier 1 on the bottom side of the map, and Matu, he's closing on his Desolator. So that was probably an area of weakness for them. This TP.
Again? Virtus.pro were going to try and smoke to get up here, but I don't think DM's going to be healthy enough to survive this long. Trying to get the tower, but the familiars will go down, so Virtus.pro, they need to get something out of this smoke. They will see Insania and Zai shortly. He's also not easy to blow up. He's got the Wraith Pact if he can chuck it. Oh, the toss! No, out of the Mystic Flare! But the use of the Ancient Seal, Static Storm is going to be able to cover the retreat, but Ramsey's on the wraparound. They'll be able to kill off the Venomancer. For Virtus.pro, they need to get out. The use of the Poison Oval will not enable them to stick around as Boxy is actually being able to catch out Ramses. A BKB won't protect him as the Cog's not enabling him to run up the high gun, so he's going to have to go to the left instead. But a completely wasted BKB. Starting to get out of hand, and maybe this could be the smoke.
And that was their big timing, right? They wanted to have that Blink Dagger with the Mystic Flare combination together as well from the Tiny, and they just didn't accomplish it. Garbage moving forward under the cover of smoke.
They've got the Infest. They're going to have a lot of bonus health. Matumbaman's going to pop out. A 1-for-1 to start, but they're in trouble now, Virtus.pro. The Delta split comes through, but DM's going to be glimpsed back into the middle. Matumbaman won't have a stun to be able to cancel the Visage TP, so DM will be able to escape. Meanwhile, back up to the left side, Mickey, a solo use of the Rolling Thunder has been able to isolate Yamich on the Tiny. So Liquid in the end will be able to find two, but they've also caught out GPK. It's got a BKB to work with if required. They're going to drag it back into the Static Storm. There's not much GPK can do to play this one aggressively. He's going to try and trample away, but the bashes are there, making sure there will be no opportunity.
You're just going to instantly cause the link to break. Look at that range on the open words. It's kind of nutty.
For VP, I think it needs to be a toss into Ancient Seal if they're really going to start the fight.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they're somewhat rattled. Oh, there we go. Okay. Just claimed.
They aren't all here at the moment. Boxy's still going to look to hookshot under the T2 tower. They've been able to kite the Mystic Flare as well, which is a lot of the initial damage from Virtus.pro. The Infest is going to be enough to secure the kill. And also... Boxy might be right... Okay. So he might be right on the money if he kept going towards the lane. Almost was able to cut off. Instead, he's going to hookshot into the middle. But Matumbaman's still got a double damage for it to play with. Two hits to swipe away the life of Yokoda. And our GPK, he's the next on the agenda as well. It might have to be another defensive BKB to get him out. Boxy, he's looking to show that he is incredibly strong, the hero as well. We've already seen him play it today, and these hook shots have been on point. And we might see it once again as GPK. A kinetic field?
Oh, yeah, you are.
Yeah, you can't charge out of that one, which is a bit unfortunate, so it's just waiting for the hook shot to cancel out the TP. Instantly, Boxy was there, was ready for the attempt. The high fives, well, he won't get any back as Mickey is godlike.
He summoned his familiars too, so even if he does have the buyback, which he does, he'll be the key target for them to look to try and go on if they can take
Boxy's
away
on the
that
hind.
pipe.
Boxy's on the hind. Yamich gets the
They get the jump for
initiation
once.
though, but the Static Storm follow-up as well. Matumban's going to turn to deal with the Tiny. They have stolen a decent amount of damage, but Mickey's in. The Rolling Thunder. A bounce back as well. They're going to try and target down Ramses, completely taking the Razor out of the team fight. He's surviving for the moment. They're going to turn to deal with DM, but the Visage just is unable to stay alive. Liquid are too far ahead, and Ramses will not be able to find a way through the tree line. He'll go back in the lane, and Virtus Pro have had enough as Liquid. You mentioned that this is a team, whenever they find their victories, they do it incredibly fast, and they've done it here once again. A 30-minute game 1 victory in our last series of the Last Chance.
Via, how are you liking it all rounded out now?
I might be in some trouble. Ramses has the level 2 already. Oh, the shard's off the mark from Boxy. Tried to get some distance for Zai to play with. He's going to attempt to find the deny into the neutrals, but it will not be the case. As the
Wanting this lane to go too poorly for, again, the relatively quick lineup that they've got on Team Liquid, and they're going to find Yamich, 3v1, but he's essentially completely out of mana, so Yamich is just trying to keep them away for as long as possible, expending a lot of spells out of the Tide Hunter, another DM specialty, just to make sure that they could allow this to happen.
Trying to face check. Yokota doesn't have a level in the grave at the moment. The heal bomb's not going to be enough to keep him alive as Liquid.
With those timber chains as much as possible, try and keep him out of the lane, but Matu, he's still having a decent enough time. Trading in farm, you're going to be very happy with that if you're Liquid.
See, a nice snowball dodge, and he's going to use it aggressively to go into Yamich. They're trying to turn to beat down Ramses, but the tag team will expire. And Zaya doesn't have the access to contation down. If you can slow DM early on, he's going to struggle.
Oh, he's getting a little bit greedy. He's going for the dive here. Might end up costing him his life. He doesn't have the mana. Even if he pops the wand, he's not going to be able to TP out. So what a key kill just to secure this lane for Matu.
They're going to get something out of the map here in Virtus Pro. They're going to make the attempt top lane. Diving out of the tier 1 tower. Can they close the distance onto Zai? And that'll be the case. A Chaos Spot chucked out from Ramses will allow Yamich to get into the middle. But remember, Tumberman's going to look to TP. He's got the level 6 now. They need to deal with the creep, so the clip's going to be able to help out. Instead, the right clicks are what they're playing off the back of. Insania, glimpses available, level 2. They're going to be able to drag back the clockwork. A beam from afar is not enough. That's where Insania's right clicks can come into play. Ramses will be able to trade the life of the Disruptor. Might be in trouble.
Well. Oh, that's not good.
Not at all. DM with the level 6 Matumba man. They know he TP top. And he's going to be off the map now for 25. See if GPK is going to get lucky with the power rune. Ooh. Boxy will snag that. They don't have the ultimate to be able to try and blow him up. They will continue to hunt though.
10
they know the waveform's used. Yamich is playing on the right. There's not particularly much the Clockwork can do, and GPK is just standing still. Try to hope for the deny onto the neutrals, but it will not come out as Mickey times his right click to perfection. As Liquid shotting down the Morphling earlier, they're going to look to continue to go bottom as Ramses now. Here's the next one that's in trouble. A perfectly placed shard from Boxy will lock off the Chaos Knight. They've got the Hawk in the tree line, so they then know that no one is playing behind Ramses to potentially...
from a lot of these TP points.
Oh, the scam was just too late. Let's see if Ramses is going to be able to tank through the damage, but the Static Storm laid down from Insania. There will be no Phantasm turnaround. As Yokota, even though he had a point in the shallow grave, which is too far out to the left side, but Virtus Pro... They're trying to connect. They're trying to backstab as DM's even going to get into the middle. But they will be too late. Yamich won't, however. A hookshot's going to be there to cancel Boxy's TP. He'll make him work for it in the end. And to buy as much space for Liquid to continue farming across the map. Might even deny himself to the tower, so the gold will be split. And that'll be the case.
That push, so I want to see DM perhaps get some assistance come through from the rest of his team. But Mickey with the solo kill.
Sonic Wave was used for that, and now a couple tips as well for good measure. Trying to get into the heads of GPK. They're going to run into Yokota as well. He denies the rune, but Mickey... Well, he'll get the kill, so he's the one that's had another shot Ramsey's hoping he gets pushed on the outer side, but that's not going to be the case. The turnaround's there with the damage from the Phantasm. They'll kill off the toss. Now DM's going to look to get in the middle as well as Virtus Pro is showing up to the left side. Oh no! GPK, instant use of the Roar from Zai, stopping the potential for the attribute ship. And now DM, he might have a free fight with some of the abilities used prior, but a glimpse will send him packing. He's still got the chains to continue the hunt. But now through the mid lane, there's not going to be many trees for him to play around. He's going to be relying on the ultimate to try and bring down Zai, but that will not be enough damage as Liquid. They will stay.
They're like, well, DM's feeling a little squishy, might be able to catch out this pick-off onto Hakoda, especially considering they've got all of that vision available, and we know how strong the Disruptor pairing is together with any sort of vision, and Beastmaster Hawk, one of the...
Block the rotations as... Look, I mean, look at Yamich. Sees Mickey moving top, the Disruptor as well. I don't even know if they saw Yamich. Cute plays with the Pogo over. They will finally be able to scout him out. They'll go for a TP. That's a very ambitious TP. But again, he's done his job. The cause of farming. A very good ward nearby here from Virtus Pro. A lot of information for them to play with.
Better one
Dire
from Liquid,
as well.
though.
Great snowball dodge from Boxy. They're going to look to try and target down Ramsey at the moment with a Sonic Wave. Mickey clipping onto 4. Do they have the damage follow-up to be able to bring down some other members of Virtus Pro as Ramses will fall? GPK is going to get looked to get involved as well, but he's unable to right-click anyone as GPK just crumbles under the damage, and Adim as well will not be able to escape. A chain further in the lane as Yamich needs to put his body on the line to protect his core. A worthwhile sacrifice. So I have to go back live because Virtus Pro are trying to contest this, but Liquid, they're not going to give them an opportunity. They'll just run to Yamich's position, and our DM's completely isolated. VP is starting to move to the area. Ramses and Yakota finally connecting. Radiant are at every stage of this game.
And you've just essentially fed away your Phantasm illusions as well.
Look at the Shard's positioning as well. It's going to try and push Dakota away. The Grave is available, but it's only going to delay the inevitable as Liquid will bring down Ramsey.
Feels almost immortal here, being able to just continuously shove this in, open up, allow a Luna just to stay on the Radiant side of the map and keep the pressure up while still farming Ancients.
They see Martu alone. This is a really big play for VP. Multiple heroes on Liquid showed down bottom. But Tomberman doesn't have anyone else nearby. A BKB used on the first life. Zai's going to be able to cover the retreat with the Roar. Matumberman continuing to get some distance away. No way, they don't even kill him. DM's going to try and get the Chakra, but the glimpse back, they won't get him. Martu lives. They'll at least get Zai at the triangle, but Mickey now when the boys have shown up. A Sonic Wave clipping onto 2. Got to be cautious about the Static Storm, and Virtus Pro will split away. The ultimate's going to be off the mark. This is an opening now for VT to look to hit back. They'll bring down Boxy. Martu stuck around as well. DM with the damage required will deal with the Aegis. They'll drag him back into the river as Matumberman will not escape. Finally, Virtus Pro can be up to Ramses, but he won't be here if this fight breaks out.
They spotted that Hawk coming out that's sitting in front of the tier 2 tower bottom, so they're positioning themselves really well.
Great positioning from VP. They're playing behind TM, but the damage might be too much. Yakota can't get close enough. And now Mickey's going to jump in, no hesitation, to try and catch out the remaining members. As
Instances, the Shallow Grave, just the 2 points in it so far. It really does feel like Liquid, they're wanting to go for these solid...
Here.
Okay.
Goes for a solo kill, the TP. He's going to have to cancel that.
And that's the gem.
No. I think I might have tried to steal the gem over from Insania.
Oh boy.
Max out the ulti, but Liquid, yeah, they've been able to catch out Dakota, but a great 4-star fuse from Yamich. We'll be able to get the Dazzle out to the left side, but Liquid, they're still on the prowl. They've got the nighttime vision and the Hawks as well. Look at Yamich just putting his body on the line. The Cogs in such an awkward position. He'll try and TP, but the cancel will be there thanks to the damage.
On GPK, let's see how he looks to use it. If he could find Insania, that would be huge.
Okay. He's going to try and follow up as well with a jump in with the Sans. Not going to be there thanks to Ramsey's use of the BKB. Martu even trying to chuck his own as well. They're going to commit in the middle, but Yamich cogs the blocker, but the damage follow-up isn't there. They need to wait for the BKB, but the members are falling lower and lower. As a Sonic Wave clipping onto multiple heroes. Ramsey's kept alive for the moment thanks to the use of the Grave, but it will not be enough for him to sustain through the damage. As Virtus Pro, they need to buy back onto multiple members, but they will not. Phantasms, they won't get an angle in. They're just going to retreat on Liquid. They see the replicate solo, but Ramsey's jumping in the middle and instantly the turnaround. A Gravel by himself time, but Mickey again. A gigantic Sonic Wave is in the middle of the team fight, but a BKB protects him for the moment, and Liquid now have firm control of Virtus.pro's base. They'll drag back Ramses. No buyback here for the Chaos Knight, and Box is in once again with a double snowball, clipping out DM. They've almost booked their ticket. One more team fight. No buybacks here from
European teams make it through to TI.
Well played. Congratulations. And Liquid have done it. And look how much it means to Boxy. Martu will give him a hug as well. But multiple of these members from Liquid, Insania, Boxy, along with Mickey, both missed out on TI-10. And keep in mind.
Thank you for watching our video. If you have any thoughts and ideas, please leave comments below. We are grateful for your support. Thank you.